So you're thinking about moving to Sacramento? Maybe you're just kind of curious about what the neighborhoods are like and what living in Sacramento was like. Well, it's perfect because we're going to go through that today. We're going to take you through some neighborhoods, and we're going to look at 3 specific neighborhoods that are in the 600s, the 700s, and then up to the million. If you stick around till the end, I'm going to take you to a 4th one actually, which is probably the most exclusive neighborhood in all of Sacramento. Now, if this is your first time to the channel and you want to know all about what living in Sacramento was like, make sure you hit the subscribe button below. That way you can be the first to get all the important details. I'm Reese, a real estate broker and Sacramento expert. I lived in this greater Sacramento area my entire life. And my team and I, we love helping people, move and relocate to Sacramento. Doesn't matter if you're moving up, moving down, relocating, or maybe even just investing. Doesn't matter if it's 9 days or 9 months from now, feel free to reach out. All the contact information is in the description below. Drop us a line, a comment, a direct message, or even pick up the phone and call. We'd love to help you make a smooth move to Sacramento. So we're starting off today here at state capital because, of course, Sacramento is the capital of California. It's one of the things that we're best known for. Behind me is the state capitol building where all the lawmakers are at. People are touring, having weddings right now as we speak. Right behind it directly is Capitol Park. It's got expansive lawns and tons of shade trees and just a great place to have a picnic and stroll around through the park. Nice and cool even during a hot day. Just around here, just so you have an idea, if you end up working in the Sacramento proper on the grid, midtown, downtown area, right around here we have Cafe Bernardo, and then there's also like another great place, which is the Capitol Garage. The really cool thing about that place is that it has these glass garage doors, right? And so you're right along the sidewalk, and on a nice day they open up those glass doors and it's like you're kind of sitting on the patio enjoying your brunch or your lunch or whatever. So great place. But now let's go ahead and get over to our first stop. We're going to a neighborhood right here in downtown Sacramento. All right, so we're here in Southside Park, downtown, a neighborhood here on the grid. The homes here are early 20th century. A lot of high water bungalows around here, tall porches with basements because, it flooded in Sacramento at one time. We'll kind of cruise down here. This property, as we're coming up to it, was built in 1910. It's got a finished out basement, 2-bedroom apartment downstairs. It's this one right here. Now, we don't want to stare too long because this is occupied and we don't want to disrupt people's privacy, but this is one of those high water bungalows and it's known for high ceilings and kind of a craftsman style look to it. You can see we have another one just like it. Now, the one we were just at, the one that's for sale, doesn't actually have a garage, which is pretty typical for a lot of the homes in this area because, it's built on the grid. It's very walkable. You can get to and from either via bicycle or walking. And there's a lot of public transit, buses and RT downtown and midtown in the grid. This particular property that I was talking about is priced at $644. It's 1,200 square feet. It's about $537 a square foot. 2-bedroom, 3-bath with that, 2-bedroom apartment downstairs. Great property, especially if you're looking for one of these classically built homes that Sacramento is really known for. We'll go ahead and move on to the next property, which happens to also be down here. It's a little bit different, as most of the homes around here are turn of the 20th century. This one is actually quite modern, so I can't wait to show you. So here we are in Alkali Flats area of downtown Sacramento, and I'm taking you into a new modern development, all built around 2017. It's known as the Creamery. But if you look at these homes, they're 2-3 story, very modern look to them, very modern architecture, quite a contrast to what Sacramento is really known for. Now, the homes in here are priced around mid to high 7s to low 800s. And that's a little bit above the median home price in Sacramento, of course. But, homes like this that are on the grid and in and near the major center of Sacramento, they tend to go for a premium. So this particular home here on the corner, as you can see, It's got an amazing private balcony, two-tier private balcony. This one's priced at $778. It is a 3-bedroom, 3-bath. It's 1,800 square feet. Like I said, quite a bit different as to what you're used to seeing in Sacramento or what Sacramento is known for. I just thought I would take you to see that we do have some new development coming. Now, the really cool thing about places like this, if you get into this one or one like this, it's very close to the rail yards, not far from Golden 1. And this is a big, huge future development area. They expect it to be known as the dining and retail hub of downtown Sacramento. Now, the other thing about being near the rail yards is that that is the future site of the soccer stadium for the Sac Republic, which is ultimately vying to become a major league soccer team. Bottom line, if you can get into one of these now, before all that development happens, you really have an opportunity to get a lot of upswing in your value. So really good opportunity to have a ton of equity in a home that you buy today. It's known as the Creamery because all the streets are named after ice cream flavors. Like we were just on Mud Pie Lane. This is Vanilla Bean Lane. There's Mint Chip Lane, which is kind of cool. We are still in downtown. You can see the old meets the new. Here's an old warehouse. It's just on the other side of the street. This thing will probably be either revitalized or torn down. I don't know what the plan for it is, but just goes to show you, you know, Sacramento is a very old city and we do have these new developments like this one known as the Creamery. So maybe you're looking for something classic Sacramento, or maybe it's modern. If you need a little help trying to figure out where you want to be or what type of home and what price point is right for you, don't hesitate to give us a call. We love helping people out anytime. Again, all the contact information is down below in the description. We'll go ahead and move on to East Sac. All right, guys, so here we are in Elmhurst. It's technically not East Sac. We are going to East Sac. Elmhurst is just south of East Sac, north of Tahoe Park, and it's a very classic old neighborhood. It came about early 20th century. You know, you can see this lovely green space that is right in the middle of T Street, which is just, it's amazing. All these trees, and it's just, this is what you think of when you think of Sacramento. It's just a very classic neighborhood. You can see some of the homes are larger, some are smaller, some have changed quite a bit. This is prior to the days of cookie cutter builder stuff, right? And this one home in particular, what they describe as a grande dame, a very stately classic home. This particular home right here was rebuilt in 1991, and it's just amazing. Look at that front porch and pillars, and you've got the balcony upstairs with that craftsman siding, and it's really fantastic. This particular home is 2,200 square feet. It's a 4-bedroom, 4-bath, which is really massive for, you know, kind of being on the grid. Well, we're not really in the grid, but sort of in Sacramento. So it's a huge home. It's got a fully finished basement, really high ceilings, built-ins, just a fantastic home. Now, this particular home is priced at a little over 1.1 million. This is on the higher end, about double the median home price in Greater Sacramento, but a fantastic home. If you're looking to be in a neighborhood like this, where it's almost like you've got a park here in the middle of the street, as you can see, then, you know, maybe Elmhurst is right for you. One thing I forgot to point out to you here is that this particular house, even though it's 2,200 square feet, it has a single car garage. Like I mentioned at one of the previous properties that had no garage, it's kind of a nod to a time when people had one car or no car at all. I mean, there's homes in Sacramento that still have carriage houses, reminiscent of the time where people were driving around in horse-drawn carriages. So we are in a very classic neighborhood here, very sought after, pretty exclusive, but not as exclusive as the one I'm about to take you. Now, I promised you a little treat, and believe me, this is a treat. We are actually going to East Sac now, to the most exclusive neighborhood in Sacramento proper, and believe me, it's not going to disappoint. All right, guys, here we are. We're in the most exclusive neighborhood in Sacramento. This is the fabulous 40s of East Sac. runs from 40th to 49th Street, J Street to Folsom Boulevard. Homes are in the millions plus in this neighborhood. Very classic large homes. This particular home that we're looking at walking by is priced at $2.5 million. It is on a quarter-acre lot, and it's 4 bedrooms, 4 bath, 3,200 square feet. Just look at that classic architecture. Beautiful yard, tree-lined streets, really what this area is known for. Something really interesting about this street, we are on 45th Street, and this is actually the street that Ronald Reagan lived on while he was a governor here of California. So pretty historical significance to the 40s here. I believe that this is the house over here that Ron and Nancy lived in. Let's take a look. This beautiful white brick home right there. So yeah, that was the home of the California governor, former president, and of course, actor. One of the things that make East Sac, which we are in, so desirable is it's right near McKinley Park. And there's just a ton of stuff to do in McKinley Park. There's playgrounds, courts, tennis courts, basketball courts. There is children's library there. People picnic and hang out there. Just a fantastic place. But yeah, this is the most exclusive neighborhood in Sacramento proper. Again, very old. These homes were built, 100 years ago. Many of them have been redone or in the process of being redone. All different characteristics and styles. Just a really, really incredible piece of history here. All right, so I thought it was worth taking a quick run over here to McKinley Park, just a couple of miles away from the Fab 40s, and kind of see what this area has to offer. This park is very well known for all the amenities that it has. Let's kind of take a quick stroll around and take a look. You see there's a large picnic area, there's some public restrooms, of course. But there's the tennis courts, quite a bit of tennis courts, a volleyball court. People are constantly here picnicking. And then we have this really cool newly rebuilt playground off in the distance. You see the park is really just vast. Back behind me was Garden Center, kind of a nice place to hang out, ride your bike or take the dog for a walk. All right, we finished up with our Sacramento tour today. Hopefully got a glimpse of what some of the neighborhoods are like. Of course, we couldn't show you everything. Today we looked in the 600s, the 700s, and the millions. But there are homes in Greater Sacramento for as low as $200,000 for condos, all the way up into the millions. There's suburbs and neighborhoods around here like Roseville and Rockland, Elk Grove, El Dorado Hills, where you can get up to a 4,000 square foot home for less than $1 million. Just Sacramento, proper tends to be fairly exclusive, and the properties go for a premium. And really what we're trying to do today is just kind of show you the classic neighborhoods that Sacramento is known for. We'll make future videos of all the different neighborhoods. So make sure that you, hit like and subscribe below. That way you can be the first to get all of the important information. And of course, if you're thinking of moving here or just want some information, drop a comment, shoot me a direct message, or just pick up the phone and call. We'd love to help you guys make a smooth move here to Sacramento. That's it for me. I'm tired from running around today. I'm going to run in here and get a little coffee. Until next time, that's a wrap.